welcome all signs to my channel. We're going to do a reading today on who is the next love interest coming into your life. So we're going to do it for all signs. And if you found this video, it was meant for you to hear. Start off with the illuminated tarot. Spirit guides. Oh, I just want to fall out today. Got the Six of Hearts and the Sun. Seven of Diamonds. Lovers. Okay. Actually, we're gonna roll some dice. Let me put these up for you. Okay, that's a 3. Ooh, another 3. And then a 6. It's gonna be a 2. Then a 5. Ooh, another 5. Okay, since we're trying to find out who your lover or your next love interest is, 3 usually speaks of, could be community, basically a team or a group of friends, inner circle, and also it makes up the 2 3s makes up 6, which stands for family. So this person can feel like family. Definitely strong soulmate vibes with the 6 coming in, and also right by the 3s is another 6. So definitely could be an ending of something, because 3 stands for also completion. An ending of something, and then a beginning of something else. Starting a new family. Here with the Lovers, it's a 2 for duality, but it also gives me Lovers vibes because of the 6 of Hearts that comes through as the Lovers card. And then the 2 5s are about change, and then also a complete cycle with adding them together would be 10. So I believe it's going to be like soulmate vibes. You know, the fact that the Sun is here, it's giving me happiness and joy. The twins, it could be a possible Gemini coming through, or just fire sign altogether. And then collectively the numbers come up to 12, a 6. So perfect. You know, 6 being a full cycle of family togetherness and you know, completion. So I definitely can tell this is like soulmate. You know, like you've been there before with this person, and you could possibly just met them, honestly, because of the 2 3s side by side. So let's check some more out. I'm going to pull a couple more. Let's see. Could be a Leo, Gemini, so fire sign, Earth. Give me a card to describe. Ace of Swords. Well, Ace of Spades. Now, this deck is a new one. I was gifted this from last time, and I haven't really been well versed on it. But it's aesthetically, it's beautiful. So with the 1 sword, it's kind of like, you know, with the Ace, it's a new beginning, you know, most definitely. And this talks about communication. So this is probably someone new coming in, and the fact that there's flowers blossoming from it, definitely newbie vibes. Something that's new blossoming with the cups down here for the 6 of Hearts. A lot of emotion, a lot of joy, fulfillment. You know, you're at a point right now where you're in tune and balanced with your emotions. You found joy and peace, and then the self-love and healing. And so this is an offering of some sort coming in. If you haven't met them already, then you'll be meeting them soon. But it gives me newbie vibes, you know, new, exciting, fresh, young, especially with the 2 that came through with the dice. So let's see. You know, I feel like with the sun coming through and the flowers blossoming, it's like spring coming up, the winter is done. Like, you know, this is like a darker card. Like, this is when they're coming in. It's like when winter is ending and spring is blossoming and the sun is out, and, you know, like everything is growing and rejuvenating, and you know, you are like reinventing yourself. So I do believe that spring is just a beautiful time for a love to blossom as well. So let's see, possibly meeting them outdoors in a outside event, because 3 does speak of like, gathering and a community, friends, circle of friends, with the circle here. It's like a completion of something and then something that's starting. So maybe at like an event outside, because now, yeah, there's a lot of parts of the world that are closing, but, like in certain states or there's still events that you can go to the park, and this gives me park vibes. Like, if you like to hike or walk or, enjoy the sunlight, if it's in your area where it's really sunny, then I just see like roses, like a rose garden or like a waterfall or some kind of either man-made or a lake where there's like daisies, and you might run into this person, or just jogging if that's what you like, or meditating. So you pull a couple more. Yeah, so this is just like 2 of spades, but this gives me on certain readings, it could be lack of clarity, but this one right here just tells me it's like a Fool card, taking a leap of faith. And I see someone that's just eager to jump back out there and find love, or because with the completion number coming up first, it's like you know what you want. You spent some time isolated. It's definitely not giving me vibes of like, back-to-back relationships. It's definitely something like, you know what you want because you've taken the time, and this has been you've retreated and energized and recharged, and so you're just taking a leap of faith. You're blindfolded, but you're complete clarity. So you're most definitely like going with it, and with hope and faith and just eager, with the 2 coming in again. This is giving me very strong soulmate vibes, and maybe you've been dreaming about this person, or if this has been a dream of yours to find this person. So it's pretty exciting because you see how some of those leaves are falling, and these 2 cards are like, fall is gone, winter's, basically shedding the leaves off the tree, and then here comes spring, like boom, with your possible Leo, possible Gemini, earth or fire, and just a complete joy, something that you might be like going out to a beach, or meeting them at an outdoor event or a barbecue or something like that. Maybe significant is like May and June for the dates, for the numbers that are coming through here. And even like before that, just maybe that'll be a specific date for you guys to like solidify things. But sometime in February, I want to say like February 10th is coming through strong, where you'll meet them, and right before Valentine's Day with the hearts that are coming through here with the 6 of Hearts. So that's most definitely exciting. And you won't expect it, so it's like you'll be surprised, and look at the 2's like really strong. It's looking at you, honey. So it's ready for you. Let me pull one more, get an idea of this person that you're supposed to meet. Is this person? We'll get some more details. Spirit, ancestors, universe. Ooh, wants to come out. All right. Yeah, see, look at that. So this is a 5 of Hearts, full of like, no, mind you, 5 of Hearts, it looks like, traditionally, the definition is not aesthetically what I see. So what I see here is like cups that have fallen, and similar to the 5 of Cups, this would definitely be talking about regrets, or just like, looking and dwelling on things of the past, and, spilled cups or whatever. But joining with the 6 of Hearts, and the other, what was it? Yeah, the 7 of Diamonds. I just feel like this is just an overabundance of love. Like it's like my cup is runneth over, and so most definitely it's like going to be a lot of emotion. It's going to be almost unreal, like most definitely gives me vibes of just like something like a wish fulfillment, something that you've been asking for quite some time. And look at all the growth, so you've grown, this person has grown, and these spilled, the spilled water just kind of represents to me like tears that have been shed for this moment, And, you know, it's something that has been a long time coming. Most definitely has grown from blood, sweat, tears, and you've worked really hard. So, you know, not looking back. And, you know, 5 is about change. So I most definitely think it's like, you know, a change in the right direction to your 6 of hearts. So I'll take one more. Yeah, I believe like you guys will have so much in common with this person. Possible water sign as well. It's, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and another 2 of hearts. So yeah, look at that's an equal give and take. So the picture is beautiful. It's just like, you know, a balance. So this person, like I said, is going to be just equally yoked. Someone that can complete your sentences. Unreal at first, but then, you know, being able to let your guard down and just look at how colorful and how beautiful with the passion, the red and the pinks coming through, and just like the water and the emotions, but it's like crying, you know, tears of joy, and not feeling vulnerable. You know, it's like almost because like you are accepting of it, like, you know how she's holding her 2 cups, so she's in control. It's not like a vulnerability that's like, you know, you're blindsided, you're sprung, you know, nothing like that. It's most definitely like you are in control of your feelings and you are allowing yourself to feel the love and have it reciprocated. So it's gonna be amazing. Another 2 as well. So all right, I said I was gonna take one more, but you know I'd be lying, so one more. And then look, complete circle. So this is somebody that might be in your inner circle. 8 is for the number of abundance, you know, so this is abundance in the full capacity. Even here with the green coming through, you know, this is at a time in your life where you don't think you're ready, but all of a sudden finances are okay. You know, you're stepping into your power. And then look at this, like a full circle of love and abundance coming through for you to share with somebody. And, you know, it's come full circle. So these cups are not spilled. These cups are in, you know, direct unison with each other, working together, balanced, and, you know, ready for you to get on that wheel, you know. So that's 8 and 2. So we're looking at like possible, like I said, Leo, and then could be Aquarius as well. But let's take it as how it resonates. And then we got the, of course, Cancer's coming through strong, and then also the Gemini and Leo. Yeah. All right. Now it seems like to me, with a 3 coming through too, twice, you've taken time and not only isolated yourself, you know, a lot of not hermit card vibes. It's more like you've been out, you know, you've had fun, you've energetically been, you know, you had a couple flings here and there, you know, you stepped into your power and, you know, became the emperor or empress, and, you know, tapped into that energy, and you know, dipped and dabbed a little bit and had fun and went out with friends. And, you know, then you took the time to just wait patiently for this person, not really waiting for them, but like keeping busy and productive. So let me get some messages. And I can see like clubs, and, you know, with the Christmas holiday that just passed and New Year's, you know, I see a couple of you in the collective that were just living your best life, you know, even if it was just online fun. Like I can actually, for specific people, I can see definitely having like online fun, flirting, you know, even like, you know, little you know, freaky stuff or whatever. You know, you've grown, so it's okay. But yeah, just doing what you want to do, you know, authentically, just being who you are. And then also leaving alone a lot of people that were toxic. So I can almost feel like you had to cut off a lot of people. And it wasn't as hard as you thought it was, because they were just bringing so much turmoil into your life. I can feel that from like the whole collective, and some of it even being family members, some being neighbors. I just want to pop out today. Spirit has a lot of messages for you guys. You know, then I feel for a specific circle of people in the collective that it was like best friends, you know, so it was a time of like, you know, healing altogether, because you realize you're stepping into another time in your life where you just, not even just anything that didn't serve you, it was just knowing what was real from what was fake, because a lot of people can fake it really well, you know. So you got to the point where you, even with the mundane, what was boring, you know, and what I mean boring is like that didn't bring anything to the table. You know, everything's about give and take, friendships too. So not that you have to do tit for tat and be, you know, be like that, but you got to see what they're taking for you. How is your mood when that person leaves? How do they make you feel? You know, and if something's off, you know, just like any relationship, you communicate it, and if that person can't communicate, it's toxic. You know, sometimes it's gaslighting, and you'll be so surprised how, especially with our community, and just like the collective, you know, if you're here, you're woke, you know, you're trying to find yourself, find your way, you know, in your spiritual awakening. So you know, for the most part, and you most definitely don't need to be falling off into, you know, quicksand that you had been stepping in before you got to this point, you know. So a lot of people that we realize, even in our families, we're not obligated to talk to anyone or accept anything from anyone that isn't of the greater good for us, or, you know, a light and love, you know. And love doesn't have to be perfect, but it definitely has to be love. And we've got to the point where we know what love is, and we know what it isn't. So you know, people have to go. And if they're that's why I said if they're boring, what I mean by that is they're not teaching you anything. If you're not learning anything, and if they can't be taught anything, and they're set in their ways, sometimes that's just as toxic. You know, it's like crabs in a bucket, you know. When you even try to reach the top, they're pulling at you, because what can they do? They can't push you up, you know. So, and they never make it out. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay. All right, I got these cards of life. Okay, let me sort these ones out. Yeah, it looks like you've had like in the most recent ex, a lot of you are, I feel like, a very empath vibe, you know, super empath for a lot of you. And you know, in your awakening, you have found that possibly in the past, because you weren't so intuitive, and plus your environment wasn't the greatest, you might have like second guessed, like, you know, you even being a decent person. And this is just for, you know, the select group of people, and you know who you are. But some of you didn't have to go through this, but a majority of you did, where you kind of didn't understand, you know, what that intuition is, and you might have been using it for like not the best things, and not for light and love. But what ended up happening is something awoke inside of you, and when you realized that, a lot of things began to make sense, because it wasn't making sense. You know what I'm saying? So like things that you wouldn't have believed in before, like even reading tarot cards, you opened up your mind so much more, and you were open-minded to certain things, but then you realized that nothing is really real. Like the laws, our legal system, our society, you know, the stigmas, everything was just like how people perceived, and kind of like propaganda that people have, like, you know, embedded in our heads, and brainwashed us to think, you know, even about spirituality. So in going through that process, you realize that you may not have been the perfect lover in past relationships. So you decided to make a change for the best and not be selfish, and to always, because you kind of knew that you had got your karma. So I can see people in the collective like finding their way, and just becoming the best version of themselves. And mind you, I almost feel like it was a lot of heartache after, because when you do hold yourself responsible and accountable for how you've treated people, you tend to see a lot of your karma actually coming to you. Which, when you think that you're changing, you're like, well, why is this happening to me? I've been doing this, is that. Well, you know, it's a cycle of karma that is still being served. And sometimes you just, like they say, you have to flow with it, and not try to, like, you know, swim against it, you know. And that's the best way I can, you know, pretty much describe it, because I went through it as well. So in that process, you found yourself, you know, with possible narcissists, or being gaslighted, and not understanding and thinking that was your soulmate at a point where you're ready. And, you know, the universe is like telling you basically, you know, don't get discouraged. It is not sometimes your karma, but it's that person's karma, and they're learning lessons as well. So sometimes we're utilized in other people's lessons, you know. And not just that, it possibly is a lesson, because everything is a lesson. You know, and you're repeating a cycle because now that you are ready to step into the door of your blessings, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're ready. Once you get through that door, will you continue to receive these blessings and take care of them? So it's just the universe and the Lord just basically, making sure that you are ready. Because you would not want to walk through that door and then not know what to do with it, in order to know how beautiful a person is to you, and how they treat you. You've had to have the opposite of how they treat you, somebody mistreating you. So for you to appreciate it sometimes. Okay, so it says your luck is changing. Well, duh, we just talked about that. So that's great. Let's see. I see you for you. And yeah, this is the soulmate vibes I was talking about. There's a judgment that's in your favor. So part of the collective, maybe someone is choosing you. Maybe just with the 3 coming through, maybe there's a third party and people actually, maybe, you're dating in a dating circle and they are dating multiple people and they have a third party, but the judgment is going to be in your favor is what I feel that this is about. And saying to change your perspective. So, if you ever get discouraged or you feel like, because not everything that we want, we're going to get. And there's a reason, because not that it's going to be something better, but it's something that's for us, which, we just have to trust the process. So changing your perspective is just telling me, find the silver lining on the cloud. I always say that. It makes life easier. It's not being naive. It's most definitely learning to adapt to any situation, and then things just energetically get better afterwards. And I know that it's the hardest thing sometimes, but once you condition yourself to do it, it just comes naturally and you don't have to think about it. Okay. Now go back home. Maybe you have to visit family, or maybe taking a trip, with your little boo that you're going to meet, or maybe you're going to meet them when you go back home. So, okay, and this person, soulmate vibes, yeah, they will protect you. And that's what it's about. I don't mean physically. I mean in your mental state, making sure that you're happy and you're, and happy with you, not happy with them. You know what I'm saying? Making sure to not break your heart and repeat, patterns of what others have done. And you'll notice the difference, always pay attention to those patterns. That's the one thing that I realized when I was rotating the cycle of the same person in different forms of people, different people. I realized, because my daughter had told me, well, look at the patterns and write them down and see what they all have in common. And I'm an empath, so I definitely figured it out. I just actually Googled it, and then it said narcissistic, and that's when I was able to read about it, and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was definitely what I went through. And then lo and behold, I said, okay, I know what to look for, and I ended up dating a third one. So because I didn't know that there were covert narcissists. So definitely do all your research. I was the type that just skim read it, and then it was like boom, boom, boom. It's the coverts for me that were threw me off. But now, I'm solving a problem. So basically, yeah, making sure that you never repeat that pattern, because life will continuously, give you that cycle, and you don't want to feel like a little gopher, or what are those things that go round and round? Yeah, you don't want to be like that. And you can't expect different results, like they say, doing the same thing. If you do, it's just going to be different people, same outcomes. So it's like you're with the same person, they just changed their masks, and because that's why they're wearing masks. Okay, and these ones just make me feel like there's somebody in your past that you have gone no contact. Yeah, definitely like an ex. Could be a couple of exes, but one in particularly that you had ghosted, no contact, possible narcissistic traits, and you moved on for that. And someone that has daddy issues, take it how it resonates, posing, lies a lot, and maybe has called you recently and asked to have a sexual encounter, and they need to work and focus on themselves. This is a person that made you shut down. They might have been in your phone looking on your camera, or there's maybe something that you'd seen on their camera, but they were hiding a third party. So this is just saying that they might be coming back, and make sure you don't repeat that cycle, because they will not protect you. There is no way that you're going to be able to get this person that's coming full throttle for you, like the Chariot, if you are still, even entertaining the thought of being around that person. Not even friendships, because you can't really be friends with someone that soon, or just even ever when they're that toxic. Sometimes we have to put our foot down and what you need to be friends for. Like, yeah, like, what do I want to be friends with somebody that was disrespectful, mistreating me, gaslighting me? You know, maybe they weren't like narcissistic, but if this is how they are, you know, and you had to, you know, just not it's just like very non-trusting vibes. There's no basis of a friendship, you know, like I can't possibly see them just being the greatest friend after that, you know, and it takes time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's most definitely, your energy could be spent elsewhere, you know. And so let's see, where you're gonna meet this person, or when you're gonna meet. Actually, let's get a couple yeah, let's see, a little description of this person, and it could be masculine or feminine. Let's describe who. Okay, Scorpio coming through. All right, water signs. You know, and it could be something that's ending. There's 8 for abundance, you know, so it's definitely, you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be somewhere by water if you live by water, or you're going to vacation, or, you know, spring break's coming up. I don't know if the world's going to be really open at springtime, but it was last year, and you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people on the airport. But yeah, I can see you. Scorpios are very, you know, full of passion and fire. So, as well as the Cancers and Pisces, strong emotions. So, okay, let me take this one. New moon in Cancer. There's a new moon coming, so you know you and your loved ones are safe. So definitely watch strong water signs. See the moon. I think of Pisces as well, so I'm gonna just throw them in there energetically. It's because the 3 is coming through, and it's like reminds me of March. But yeah, new moon in Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, you might be that. Take it how it resonates. Or you know, the best sign for actually, most compatible sign for Cancer is a Scorpio, which is its own water sign, which is amazing too. So if you're a Cancer, you know, you might have this heavenly Scorpio that's like coming to try to ravish you and sweep you off your feet. Okay. Yep, just like in the beginning, Gemini vibes, or it just could be soulmate with the 2s. Now this number is 3, so just like, you know, like community, or you might meet them around the way or at work possibly, but your yin and yang most definitely is coming through. Gemini is on the cusp of Cancer, so I can just see that, you know, somebody that could be in June birthday, late June. I'll take one more. Let's describe someone with long hair, whether they're masculine or feminine. I definitely see long hair, long body, very lean, muscular, or just, you know, very solid, tall, and definitely hair is long, whether it's dreadlocks or whether it's curls or whether it's, you know, straight, skated. I definitely see some strong and beautiful hair at that, you know, masculine or feminine. Okay, let's see. This one, and then we have air. So I feel like you're going to get communication soon about this person, or they're going to reach out as soon as you meet them. You're going to talk a lot to them. You know, you're going to most definitely have a lot to say, they're going to catch wind of, like, you know, maybe you won't recognize them or recognize the soulmate vibes, but they will recognize you. Like, you see how she's looking, like they see you. They come after you, and they'll even tell you in a conversation later on, like they were watching you, they were waiting for you, so you actually picked them. Because, you know, I have a sense that most of you watching are just very beautiful, like amazingly beautiful. So you're used to getting attention, and maybe we're distracted when you meet this person outside, and it's a beautiful, you know, if there's clouds out but the sun is out, it's a really nice wind, breeze, you know, and you see them and you notice, but you're so captured by like a lot of people giving, you know, like admirers and giving you attention. So if that's the case, like I feel it, this person, look at the hair, I just see this big hair. Maybe you have really voluptuous, beautiful, thick hair, but yeah, they notice you, and they're gonna come to you, they're gonna communicate. One more. They could be an air sign as well, so let's see. Not getting strong vibes on that though, but somebody's 25, or maybe they're gonna meet like on, like I said, February 5th, because 25 is coming through, or you're 25, or your life plan number, if it breaks down to 7, is a 7. Okay, so it's gonna be fire. Yeah, most definitely fire sign. We're seeing Gemini, Leo, fire signs, water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and 23. So we're looking at February 3rd through like I'd say the middle of the month. Then you'll meet this person. I think right before Valentine's Day, you might be able to like do something for Valentine's Day. I don't know if that's a little creepy to go someone that you just met for Valentine's Day. I mean, it could be super romantic, or it could be like, Pretty Woman. I don't know. So, all right. One more card. I always say one more and then I play because I get so excited. All right. Last one. The energy is gaining momentum. So that means it's about to pop. You're about to be ready. So that means that blessing is coming quick. So we're going to go get rid of these ones. And let's see. Yeah. It means anytime soon now. That baby about to pop. That love baby's coming. Let me get some cards to describe. Just to give you a final thought. Okay. Ten of Cups. More water signs. Cancer. They're just jumping out. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, watching something grow. It's going to be very amazing with the Ten of Cups, Seven Pentacles. Right. Giving me Queen of Swords energy. That would be you. Masculine, feminine, doesn't matter, but somebody that's in their power, that's been through a couple of defeats, battles, but has won the wars and has lived to talk about it. And then we'll leave this with the final Ten of Pentacles. A person, it could be if you are a single parent, this could be like the Brady Bunch. You guys are collectively coming together, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a full cycle of love, a family, loyalty. Even with the Ten of Cups, it's something that you guys can watch grow. Seven coming through again, and it's gonna be amazing. So I wish you all the best, and take it as it resonates, and leave comments if you need to, or questions in the